Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've all been there, or at least some of us have. Some of us are going to be there. But have you ever had something go wrong in your house and you just don't have the confidence to fix it? Here's a couple of things that I wish that I would have known whenever I bought my first house. Come on in and I'll show you how. Oh, come a little closer, little closer. So one of the things whenever you go to buy a house, it's probably going to have nail holes in the wall wherever somebody put a picture, right? Being able to do that without having to call a professional sheetrocker or a painter would be money in the bank. So here, let's show you how to do it real quick. So we'll take a simple pinhole, right? That's your nail. Hang your picture on it, whatever. Now you need to get it out. Oh, bonus tip. Take a paint stir, put it on your sheetrock underneath your hammer. That way it distributes the weight evenly across all your ruler and then just barely tug. Now there's no hammer mark down here. That's a good piece of advice. But the real thing is covering up this hole. Go down, get you some spackling is what this is called, and it goes on pink. This one's kind of old, but it goes on pink and comes out white whenever you do it, right? So you put it on there, you get your little putty knife, put your putty knife, scrape down. Oh, what if you don't have a putty knife? Well, guess what you do have? A little credit card. Credit card works just as good. Put it on there, take it at a 45-degree angle, scrape it. If there's still a little bit on there, take the excess, mash it back down, put it at another 45, scrape it again. There you go, now it's all covered. So you wait for that to dry. Whenever that gets dry, then you come back with sandpaper, sand it down, repaint over it. Good to go. Here's a piece that's already dry. So we're going to take a piece of sand cloth. This is a sanding sponge, or you can use regular sandpaper, either or. Now we're just going to lightly sand it. There you go, good to go. Now, instead of saying that this is completely ruined, here's what you're going to do. They make these erasers. That's just a piece of rubber for an actual sandpaper or a sanding, a belt sander. Take that and rub it across it. That actually cleans your sandpaper. Well, what if you don't have one of these? Here's another little hack. You got an old shoe that you're getting ready to throw away. Guess what? Bottom of that, rubber. Take that rubber. See how it's coming off right here? Yep. Cleaning that sandpaper. All right. You can do that on regular sandpaper too. Take it down. Look at that. Coming right off. What that's doing is that rubber is getting inside there and it's cleaning the inside in between all the little grits of sand. So now you can reuse the sandpaper. You don't go through as much of it, so you're saving money. There you go. Oh, almost forgot to mention. That old shoe that you had, you can also use that on the top of a ladder, upside down. Put it on the top of a ladder, upside down. Then you can lean it up against the wall and it won't scuff up your wall. So last, but certainly not least, actually this is probably the opposite of least. This is probably one of the best ones. Say for instance you have a lamp, or you have an appliance, or you have like a shop vac or something, and the end of your cord is frayed. Instead of taking this and just throwing away the whole machine, simply cut this off. I'm not going to do that because that's actually a good one, but here you go. We're going to cut the end of it off. We're going to replace it with one of these. This is just your standard cord cap. This is a male end. You can pick it up at any hardware store for around $3 to $5, but it's pretty simple. Once you've cut the end of it off flush, you need to take this piece apart. And they all have 3 screws. Some of them may have 2. but it's a really high thread. Apparently not high enough. Then you take it apart in two pieces. This is the part where your wire goes in. This is the part where your cord goes in. This is the grip. Make sure that you put this piece on first, because if you don't, you're going to end up taking the whole thing apart all over again. So just pull it down, give yourself enough room to work. So now you're going to take here on this end, grab your sharp little knife, you go down about an inch or so. Score it ever so lightly and roll it around to where you want just the outer jacket through. Now if you cut through, you'll just have to cut it again with your pliers and then start it over again. Now this one is going to have 3 wires. Your cord may have 2. This one has 3. These little pieces right here are actually just insulation, and they're not needed. So you can go ahead and cut them off. Right? Just like that. Now, you've got your 3 wires, right? Take your strippers, come down about 1/4 of an inch, strip it off. About 1/4 of an inch, strip it off. All 3 of them. Now, on here, you need to make sure that you twist these wires so they don't fray out. And now, you take this end of your cord cap, come on, focus, this end of your cord, and we're going to put it on. You'll notice that each one of these has a different color. So, white, which is your neutral, goes on the silver one. Brass is going to be your hot, so your black one goes on there. And green, you guessed it, that's the third one, that's your ground. It goes on there. Some of them will actually be sticking up and you wrap the wire around it. This style, you actually go into the back of it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put our green in there. Take our screwdriver. Tighten it up. And we're just going to roll it. Then we're going to put our black in there. Now we're going to finish with the white. Alright, now that you got that in there and those are all snug, you take the back end, slide it up. There's going to be a notch. There's going to be a notch on one end, and there's going to end up being a groove on the other. Most of the time, that notch is going to be over the ground. And you just slide it in, and then tighten everything down. And looky there, Bob's your uncle. Now you get to tighten this end down, because this is what keeps the cords from coming loose if someone were to just, grab a hold of the cord and jerk on it, which you're not supposed to do. Clamp that down as tight as you can. Now you fix the cord. Good as new. Well, there you have it. That is 5 tips that every man should know. They're just good to know. So now, pop the cork, pour you a good one, and just bask in your manliness. Cheers. By the way, hit that subscribe button if you want some more in-depth details on any of these, and more videos to come. But until then, we'll see you.